Hey, with Coach Blaine McCorkle, as we wrap up Saturday's scrimmage, Coach, thoughts on what seemed like a lot of give and take between offense and defense today?
There was really good balance as far as offense making plays, defense making plays, and that's what you want to see. You don't want to see one side completely dominate. Usually this time of year the defense is, a little bit ahead, and that's to be expected. But I think we're pretty balanced in that place right now, and so all in all, I'm pleased. The defensive coaches are never completely happy, the offenses never are, but as a head coach, I don't get to take sides with this, so everybody kind of wins for me. So I like what I saw. We got a lot of plays run. I got a lot of good things on film, so I think it's a pretty productive day.
As you guys kind of go through camp, is there anything that you've just been really happy with the development and growth of your guys, and anything you just kind of want to tighten up as you get closer to the opening?
Yeah, I think the thing that I'm most happy with this team right now is the maturity level of them. They are brutally young. Statistically, it's kind of no secret this is the youngest roster in FCS football, probably by a long way. But for such a young team, they are extremely mature and they're coming to work, and we do a lot of things to kind of track effort and toughness and things like that. Our strength staff does a good job with some metrics, and they practice hard. And that's a sign. When you're that young and you practice that hard this many days into camp, it shows that they're maturing at a pretty rapid rate. And that's probably the thing that I'm pleased with the most is the extreme culture shift we've seen in a year.
Talk a little bit about the community support and having everyone be able to come out here and support you guys.
Yeah, great event today. We got Fan Fest. If you look down at the other end right now, there's a pile of people waiting on autographs and food. Probably more food than autographs. But had a great crowd here today, and Natchitoches it's a cool place. It's a neat little town that's got a lot of culture and a lot of tradition, and people that are from here are very proud to be from here, and they love Northwestern State football, and that kind of showed today. So it was neat to see a crowd this big come out, and we got some events coming down here that'll be a lot of fun here in a little while. So means a lot to the players, and it makes them want to play harder.
And just talk a little bit about that energy that they kind of saw today from the fans and from each other on the field.
Yeah, they definitely feed on it. There's no doubt that a crowd makes you want to play a little harder. When mom's up there with the camera and you bring grandma, you don't want to let them down, right? So that ergogenic aid, as they call it, is real. And anytime there's noise and atmosphere and excitement, it's a good thing. And it does help you separate some players. Some players thrive on it, and some players get wrapped up in it and can't perform. So it's a great opportunity for us to realize kind of who those guys are, who's going to be able to step up in the pressure moments.
In the recruiting trail this year, you guys brought in a lot of local talent, whether it be through the high school or through the portal. Was that kind of a focus for you guys to inject some local talent into this roster this offseason?
Yeah, absolutely. Why would you not? Some of the best high school football in the country is in the state of Louisiana and East Texas, so it's right here. So, for me to go off to Colorado or California or New Jersey to find a player just doesn't make good sense when I got the same thing in my backyard, and it's going to mean something for those kids to be here. So, our staff's been here through 2 full recruiting cycles. There's 13 Division I football schools in the state of Louisiana, and in those 2 classes, 82% of our classes have been from the state of Louisiana. That's more than any of the other 13, and that's more than some of them combined. Shame on them. We're going to keep recruiting the local kids because they want to be here. Their families can see them play. It means something to be here, and they're more likely to stay. And so it forces us to recruit a little bit younger, but we're building for the long haul because we want to win and win now, but we're not going to try to be a quick fix because that doesn't work.
I also wanted to ask, last year was a rough season. As you guys kind of prepare for this year, what is, like you talked about building for the future, what is going to define success this year in terms of just throughout the season?
Well, success is defined as improvement, and if anybody expected a whole lot more last year than what it was, all things given with where the program had come from, and if you didn't think going 0-12 last year was a possibility, you weren't really living in the real world, right? Because if you truly know what's happened around here the last couple years and what these kids have been through, those things are going to happen. There's a reason that we have 50 freshmen or redshirt freshmen on our roster right now, and a lot of those were redshirt freshmen last year that we had to play. So rough year, yes, but very valuable year. I think we did a lot last year to set some standards and some foundation that will help us build for the future. So rough year, yes, but there's a lot we can use to build on and grow from.
Finally, Coach, obviously the youth is going to be a talking point as these guys grow up throughout the season. But how nice is it to have a guy like a Cam George on this field and sort of take that leadership role and take responsibility as a leader on this team?
Yeah, it's tremendous. Cam George is captain, voted captain by his team, along with Danny Sears and Caleb Billiot. Cam is the most quiet of the 3, but he has such a powerful voice when he speaks, because when Cam speaks up and has something to say, people are going to listen. We always talk about growing strong, tough, stoic, business-minded, mature, professional men. He defines that stoic piece. He truly does. And his presence brings a lot of comfort, And he's a great guy to have around. Another Louisiana product from right down the road, you know, at Acadiana. So he's been a great leader, and I think he's going to have a good year.
Oh, thanks so much.
Thank you.
Okay.